Hey, welcome to the Pink Parley. It's your fine ass host Molly, and welcome to the show. So, you guys, first of all, it's just been already a crazy new year, right? With that Cat Williams interview. First of all, shout out to Cat Williams because he kept it so real, and it's so refreshing to experience a real nigga. Like, I guess there's so many fakes and phonies out here, and he's just, I don't know, like his whole vibe, you just felt his realness, you felt his genuinity, and then his intelligence. Oh my God, I didn't even know Cat Williams was so brilliant. This man doesn't get any of the respect he deserves because he keeps it real and he stands on his 10 toes. And that interview right there inspired so much for me. It just was been going on. Just, I ain't saying I'm as big as Cat Williams, but just already just dipping my toes into just what the entertainment industry is about. And it's so competitive, and a lot of people end up fucking over other people just to get ahead in their careers. It's a lot of grimy and shady ass shit that goes on in the industry. And I'm already seeing just a little bit of it, and I could only imagine what Cat Williams sees. So yeah, I mean, it just, that whole interview just enlightened me so much. Like, I'm about to start picking up more books. I need to expand my vocabulary. You know, it's just, if you're really, because not too many other people understand. Like, a lot of people probably just like, oh, Cat Williams, and it's funny, he's talking shit about all these people. But if you really look at that interview, it should touch you. It definitely touched me when I looked into that interview. But, you know, as I promised for the new year, I'm bringing y'all more sexy topics. So yeah, I know that I'm a sex worker, and I'm not saying I've gotten the most respect from people in the world, but lately being a sex worker and then showing my face on this young podcast on YouTube has been sending these men to just go crazy, as I talked to y'all in the previous episode. But it was one gentleman who, I guess he came at me in my DM and was like, he wanted to build some chemistry with me. Then he heard that I was a sex worker, and he's now saying he's going to put some money to the side and whatnot. So, you know, he just went about it in the wrong way. And I figured in today's episode, I should maybe educate you guys a little bit more on how you should talk to a sex worker. If you were thinking about hooking up with one, whether you've seen her ad, whether you've just seen her on Instagram and you kind of know that she's a hoe, and, you know, maybe you just don't know, maybe you're down to pay, but you just don't know how to exactly approach her. Do you have an interest in hooking up with a sex worker and you may not know exactly how to get at her? Well, today I'm going to be giving y'all some tips and pointers of how you should get at a sex worker. So roll up if you smoke, sip your drink if you drink, and if you got to be sober, then just listen to this realness I'm finna give y'all, okay? So, so back to this dude that slid in my DM, right? First of all, you know, he's been saying he wants to build chemistry with me. He's been hitting me up, mind you. And I've been ignoring him. I'm like, I don't want to go on a date. I ain't trying to build chemistry with you. I don't want to be your girlfriend. I don't want to fuck you. Nothing like that, right? He wasn't mentioning anything about money, by the way. So, finally, on the day, I just had a little bit of time. So I was like, fuck it, why not? The dude's not ugly or anything, by the way. So I was just like, let me entertain and just see where this dude's mind is. So, you know, he was saying that, you know, he was the guy that, you know, deserved my time and stuff. And he's a different type of guy. So I was explaining to him how I'm extremely busy right now. I don't have much free time. So what is it about you that makes you worthy of my limited free time? And, you know, he hits me with the typical, because usually when I ask men, you know, well, are you better than anyone else? Because a lot of dudes be like, I'm not like those other guys. And then whenever I say, well, how are you not like those other guys? They always like, or they hit you with the, I could show you better than I could tell you. So, of course, he hits me with the, I could show you better than I could tell you type shit. And I'm just like, I roll my eyes. I'm like, basically the conversation's over. So he proceeds to tell me, you said you were a sex worker on your podcast. I thought you would be easier than this. So my response is, why didn't you just say that? If you wanted to put the money up front on the dresser, that we could have been made arrangements. So then, he's still going on about, well, I want to build chemistry first. And I'm like, it don't work like that. So that's when he lost me again. Then he continues on to say a couple days later, well, how much you asking for? I'll put some money up on the side for you. Man, stop playing with me. Like, for real. I know you might want my attention or whatnot, but that's just not how it works. It's a whole way that men get at me and that I deal with. I don't deal with that foolishness. I'm not about to, come over there to your place and then you want bullshit. You ain't got no money laid out and you just telling me, like, I don't like that. I don't waste my time like that. And then honestly, that gets me a little angry too. And when I'm angry, I'm something dangerous and I'm just trying to focus on my parlay. I don't need to be catching no cases and in jail so I can't do my show and focus on what I got to do. So how I'm used to being contacted, right, for men who's interested in my services, because usually I post on multiple different platforms where, people contact me, they see my reviews, whatever it is they see. So they pretty much, contact me. They ask me, am I available? Because I'm not always available. So they ask me if I'm available. Usually I'll tell them yes. If I'm in a different location, I'll let them know where I am. And, then I ask them, do you want an in-call or an out-call? I personally just like to do in-calls. It makes more sense. A lot of out-calls be bullshitting. But in-call is basically like the client comes to see you from wherever you're at, whether it's your home, a hotel room, etc. Whereas an out-call is you going over to the client's place, wherever their place is. And then I'll tell him the rates or confirm that he's familiar with them or whatever the case, right? So now we have a general understanding of how much I charge for the amount of time. At this point, I don't really talk too much about my services vulgarly like that, especially if it's the first time us meeting. To say they want to have a little anal sex or something, right? You wouldn't say, hey, I want to fuck you in your asshole. Like, they know sex worker responded to that. Like, first of all, and I'm gonna tell you why a sex worker wouldn't respond to some shit like that. First of all, we thinking one or two things. Either one, you're playing games. Two, you the motherfucking police. Okay? Don't know no real client talk like that. Why? Because clients are gentlemen. Men that pay for pussy are gentlemen as fuck that love women. Period. Now, a lot of you niggas that's not paying for pussy, I don't know. Y'all giving me queer vibes. Always with the homies and shit. Never want to pay for pussy. Don't want to spend $1 on a woman. But you always kicking it with the homies. You break bread with your homies though. You buying bottles. You smoking weed up with your homies and shit like that. It's giving queer. Just saying. But yeah, then, from there we agree on the rate. Then we find out what time works best for both of us to meet, right? So since I typically do in-calls, I'm just going to say this is an in-call situation, right? You show up, right, on the time that we agreed on. And, I give you the directions. You get to my room. You come. We better be clean and groomed, okay? You better don't come to my motherfucking in-call looking dirty and stinking because I'm not going for that. So, yes, be clean and well presentable. I'm going to greet you with warm and welcome. I'm a happy person. I come with the good vibes, good energy all the time. So I'm hello. I'm happy to see you. I'm going to give you a hug and stuff like that. You probably checking me out. Damn, okay, you look good. You look better than even in your pictures. I don't know, baby. I give you a nice hug. I greet you, stuff like that. By the time my arms drop back down to my sides, you better be in your motherfucking wallet getting that donation or already sending the Cash App or whatever the way you're going to give me the money. By that time, if you have cash, you could put it in my hand or you could put it on the dresser. It's nothing. I don't have a preference on it. Just as long as I know that money is there and it's mine and it's real, we good. And then I get straight to work. I do exactly what I do. I get my condom ready. I do what I got to do. I'll read you too, because each client is different. Some clients are a little harder to get going than others. I might massage you. I might, whatever it might be. Because sometimes, and that's the thing with reading your client, because sometimes clients could be really, really like nervous. So like maybe I might, and depending on how long they coming for, maybe I'll start this session off with a massage and get this client more comfortable. And then as I massage them, I might brush up against them with my titties, or, I might place his hand on my thigh, or, like just do little sexy stuff, maybe jiggle my ass cheek or something. And he's, I can see him looking at it, so whatever I got to do to get you riled up. And then I do my work, and then the session's pretty much over. Once the guy releases, he's happy, I'm happy. And we might have a little end conversation after that. And then we on our way. Like, he's out of here. I'm out of here. I'm back to working on my show and doing what I'm doing. He's on casino on his day. He's happy. He felt like he spent his money the right way. And everybody's happy, right? It could be that easy, you guys. It's so simple. Also, too, I think it's society. Society really, really puts a bad rep on sex workers. Like, think of like the typical sex worker, hooker, prostitute, whatever, in like a movie, right? Usually this woman is like strung out on drugs, shooting up heroin, down on her luck, dirty, unkept, probably doesn't even have her own place or her shit together. So she's just living in motel rooms and, taking these lowball little street dates. Like the way they paint the typical prostitute is just so like not cool. Now there are some movies where like some escorts were painted a little better, but in general, like that's how society looks at a prostitute. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of drug addict prostitutes out there that do live their lives like that. But for the ones that are escorting and stuff like that, it's not anything of like that. Like, not all escorts work in that way. Like, that is not cool. Like, she needs to get her fucking, like, if you're like that in your hoeing, no, you need to get your fucking life together, boo, and clean it up. Like, for real. So what's interesting to me and just doing the sex work and dealing with different cultures and different ethnicities, I've seen that out of all the races of people, for some reason, where Black culture, it is somewhat is a problem to take care of a woman, especially if she's not your woman or if it's a prostitute. It's so frowned upon. And I mean, I guess I blame like maybe the music, me being from the West Coast, LA, represent, a lot of, the culture and in our music is very derogatory towards women. It's really much, a bitch breaking me bread, I'm breaking a bitch, it's very much so I'm getting money out of a woman, more of a pimp hoe type of culture, especially in a lot of some of the rap music here. So I think that's probably why a lot of men feel some type of way. I even get clients that trick on me and be like, I don't even do this. Been seeing me for years, and every time they see me, I'm talking about not even just seeing me for years, seeing me every time I'm in their city. One of the first ones to hit me up. But then they'll always be like, I don't even do this like that. I just do this because I like you, or let me take you on a date. Let me be your nigga. No, it's not happening, but to me, it's kind of sad because in every other culture, no other culture has a problem with this. It's expected for a man to help a woman and give a woman money and take care of a woman and a family and, all that shit. A lot of my other race clients, they taking care of their wife and their kids and shit. They taking care of me too. Shit. And any other women that they dealing with, like that's just kind of how it is. I think that a lot of the reason why society maybe has this very lowered and ignorant view of a sex worker is because of it's just an ignorance and a lack of understanding of everything that goes into sex work. Like, of course, it's fucking and sucking too, but it's not just that. And I think a lot of people think it's just easy, brainless, easy routed work, the easy route out type of work. And it's not that at all, you guys. I work hard as hell. I think if society understood the diverse roles that us sex workers have, I think it would be more, y'all probably still gonna view us as bad, but I think y'all wouldn't think of us half as bad. Y'all would probably respect us just a little bit more. As a sex worker, I understand that I'm dealing with different men with different problems. And most men come see me because they're stressed the fuck out. Maybe it's work related, home related, all of it combined. And overall, my job is to provide this stress relief in whatever type of way, right? So obviously making a man release is a very stress relieving thing. Sex in general is a stress relieving thing. But also too, that's why I offer massages. I offer even my conversation. There's sometimes men don't even want to really fuck me. There's sometimes men want to rub me down and just talk to me. Like, I mean, the sessions go any different type of way, but I think the end goal of the session, honestly, is the stress relief. Like, and that's what I'm here for. And that's why people keep coming back to me. You know, I'll have tons of guys hit me up like, I had a stressful day, like I need to come see you, and they come to see me for that reason, and also for the many other things too, because obviously I'm good and bad. I'm very skilled at what I do, and I think it's that right there, my diversity, the maybe different things I'm willing to do, because I can do great massages. I could be a BDSM and bust your balls in high heel shoes if you want me to. I could do a little costume play. I could do role play. Like, I've done these things, and I think because I'm so diverse in the different roles that I've played in sex work, it's made me a top provider, you know? So it's a big deal. Like, I do very, very well for a Black escort in my industry. Now, sadly enough, Black women, Black escorts are the most underseen, undervalued, and undertrusted races of escorts out of all the other races. And considering all of that and how hard it is for a Black escort to make it, I'm doing great. So why is sex work addictive to me? Like, what keeps me going every day and just want to do my sex work, right? I feel like it's just addictive because of its simplicity and bliss. Like, it's overall just, you're getting paid to do a job, and then you get left alone, and you have peace of mind, and you have no negativity usually. You know, everything just is smooth, non-problematic. Like, it's a very non-problematic life, at least from my experiences. I'm also like respected by my clients. You see how these non-client people be acting out here? Like, this is why, like, I don't even think I'm ready for this dating world. Like, my clients are sweethearts. So when I get these sharp-tongued niggas just like disrespecting me, it's very, very overwhelming. Also, like, my clients, they give me so many compliments, y'all. Even when my confidence and self-esteem was so low, they were the ones that was pumping me up and making me feel like I was that bitch. Like, they tell me how beautiful and gorgeous I am all the time. It's everything I've never heard in my life. And I love that. Like, it is crazy. Like, when I date men in the real world, they don't want to give me no compliment. They act like they low-key hate me. Like, I don't know what it be, but like, they be like, oh, you already know you look beautiful. Like, no, I don't. I actually don't. Like, when I was in relationships, that was some of the most lowest self-esteem I had. And I thank my clients, because for sure, like, they've definitely made me feel way prettier than sometimes I be feeling for real. So they're amazing. And that's the thing. Most of y'all that know a sex worker out here, whether she's pretty or not, probably got some high self-esteem. I bet you that bitch walk like she the baddest. I done seen so many ugly prostitutes out here that got self-esteem and confidence so damn high, and I bet you would be them damn clients. Like, I'm telling you, our clients be pumping us the fuck up. So if you ever see like, why that stinking ass hoe got her head up high, she's just so proud of hoe, it's probably just, we're just so confident because the clients that see us put it in our heads. Now, y'all know the main reason why I'm in this sex work shit is for that bag. Okay. The money is great. For me, the money is great, right? The money could get greater, which is why I'm doing different outlets, because I'm kind of gotten over the home money. But when you come from nothing and you start getting nice stacks a night and shit like that, like, oh yeah, the money is fantastic. So that's obviously what really, really keeps me addicted to everything first and foremost. But it's just, this is the thing. I'm a woman who has worked careers. I've worked 14-hour plus shifts out on the field. I've climbed up to the top of fucking towers, hundreds of feet in the air, in the snow. When I tell you I done did all of that, working oil refineries, like, I didn't work jobs. I've worked hard at jobs too. So don't think I'm a woman that takes the easy route or doesn't know what it's like to work fucking hard. I work harder than most fucking men out here that's complaining about working an 8-hour shift. I was doing doubles of that every day. No days off. Well, one fatigue day. because legally you have to have a fatigue day. They can't work you every single day for 2 weeks straight. So every 13 days you get that 1 day off. That's what I was doing for a long time. But I was not happy. And still, even working all that fucking hard, I felt like, for one, my whole life was dedicated to my job. I couldn't put my time into no damn pink parlay. Shit, I got the oil fund me calling me right now. I literally got a job I can go to right now, you guys. But no, I'm choosing this. I know that this is what I need to do, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to focus on it until it take off for me. So that's where I'm at with this right now. Why is sex work addictive to the client? Most of the time, they are married, ain't shit ass men. But honestly, a lot of them are married. And what it is that I think when you arrange an arrangement like this where it's business, it avoids really other emotional attachments. So yeah, I don't contact my clients and hit them up first and try to, call them, show up at their houses and all that type of stuff. Like, no, this is business. It's like hush money in a sense, I guess, right? A lot of these married men have maybe got caught up before in cheating, and maybe one of their cheating friends at work or something like that told them, hey, there's a site, go pick up some girls on here and you don't have to worry about your wife finding out about them. So yeah, that's pretty much probably the good 80% of my clients, I would say. It's high. Most of them are married. But some of them are really sweet guys. And you know what? Surprisingly, they don't even be ugly. Sometimes they be some of the most handsome ones. But for some reason, they just lack confidence. Or maybe, I don't know what it is. But, sometimes some men are just not confident sexually yet, too. So I have really helped a lot of my clients who are like that maybe when they first saw me, their heads were low. They couldn't really perform well in bed. And now they beating up champs. Okay. I've really worked with my clients, and I've tell them too, I'm so proud of you. From the moment you used to first see me, your confidence was so low. And now when you see me, your confidence is so high, you perform better sexually. And I think that's all about sex too, is confidence. That is a huge factor to sex. If you're, feeling self-conscious about yourself and your body, you're going to be so concerned about your flaws that you can't even fucking relax and enjoy a nut, or so definitely being confident in the bed is major. And I'm happy that I've been able to work with my clients and build that confidence in them. Maybe they want various different types of women. You can scroll on the internet and you got every different race and every thick, skinny looking type of bitch you can have in this world. So I think a lot of men just want to experiment with different types of women. Men want to spend money that's worth it. I get so many clients that come to me and they spent tons and hundreds of dollars on these expensive ass dinners for these women, trying to impress them. And these bitches eat the fucking food and they take off and they don't get no pussy. They might not even get a fucking kiss. So, a lot of men are tired of that shit. A lot of bitches is out here using men for these expensive ass meals, but they ain't giving up no goods. So men be like, well, shit, I'd rather spend all this money with you. At least I'm going to get some pussy. I'm going to get a good time. I'm going to get a good vibe. And I'm happy. So a lot of men come see me and they know that that's some money well spent. Wanting to focus on a business or education. I've had clients be building their business right now and they don't want to commit themselves to a woman yet. And, a lot of women in a dating, a lot of women are like, well, why can't we have the baby yet? And, a lot of women put a lot of pressure on these men, and these men just aren't there yet. Even though they may want the family, it's they want their business goals and stuff and financial goals in order before they build to that. So a lot of times I'll get those type of guys. It's just I don't want to date any other women. I just want to, whenever I'm horny and I just want to get one off, I just see a girl and I go right back to my business and stuff. So I've had those guys. I have the guys that maybe were in college. I get younger guys too, 21, 22, and they're going to school or whatnot. And they just, want to focus on school. They don't want to have a girlfriend, again, having a whole family too young. And, a lot of that, scares men. So when they know that they can have that experience with a sex worker and be protected and not have to deal with all that, and they're still focused on their stuff and what they got to do, that's why they come see your girl or call other girls. or they just simply have a sex addiction. There's a lot of horny ass men out here, and it takes more than one woman to satisfy them. And you have those as well. So I guess I'm gonna explain of how you should maybe talk to a hoe, because again, no vulgar talk. No hoe wants to be talked to vulgarly, and no client, a real respectful client, is really gonna talk to us vulgarly. So don't come into our fucking DMs or text us or whatever the hell, call us talking about, hey, how much to fuck, or how much to fuck your pussy and ass, or can I get my dick sucked and can I fuck your pussy? I do get these texts too, in my phone all the time, and they're blocked. Automatic blocks. I don't even respond to shit like that, so don't think because we're just out here fucking for money that you could just talk to us that way. Because again, we're gonna think one or two things. One, you're playing games, or two, you the motherfucking police. Okay. Also, I've had men think that because they're attractive, or maybe they think they're attractive, that maybe a sex worker give them a free pass or even a discount. No, it doesn't work that way. I see lots of men who are that are fine. Probably some men that some of y'all females is fucking for free. I'm gonna keep it 100, because I've seen clients that are fine and they pay me every time. No discounts either. I don't give a fuck about your looks. It's appreciated though, you to be easy on the eyes. Absolutely. But I still want my motherfucking money. Don't care how damn good you look, okay? Also, too, there's men, y'all, that's sliding in my DM, right? And they had a nerve to be like, well, let me give you some of that real dick. In case you sick of that trick dick you be getting. First of all, I think women be lying. If any woman that sat here, because I've heard hoes say that they don't get pleased in this work. There is no way that you don't get pleasure and you're fucking for a living. Because, don't get me wrong, not every client is applying pressure, but there are clients that are amazing in bed. Mind you, a lot of these men are married. So a lot of these men are married for a reason too, and their wife ain't going nowhere, and they gonna deal with this cheating ass because the dick is good, okay? So I have clients that fuck me better than any nigga that fuck me for free. I've had niggas fuck me for free and it was a complete disappointment and a waste of body. So that doesn't impress a sex worker either. And if you got a big dick and stuff, ouch, I'm a sex worker. I don't like all that big dick shit, killing my pussy, busting my walls open and shit. I don't like that. Shit, I need to preserve these walls, okay? Shit, I'm trying to keep this motherfucker tight. I don't need you coming breaking my shit down. Hold on, you gonna fuck up the bag. Bro, that don't impress me, and it shouldn't impress any other sex worker either, to be honest, if she really care about her money. So yeah, it's funny how these dudes just come at me who do y'all think y'all are, and who do you think, what type of men you think I deal with? You think I deal with, society paints the typical John trick, whatever you want to call it, as being fat, greasy, stank, dirty, boo-boo stains in the drawers. That's how society typically paints the typical guy that would pay for pussy. No, a lot of these men be businessmen about their money, clean, fresh haircuts, you know what I'm saying, smelling good, nice suit on, or just nice clothes on, period. Fine in the face, handsome, in shape. I barely even get fat clients. Barely do I get a fat one. So, because I'm thick, so I get the skinny, slim built ones all the time. But yes. And then also understand, you might meet a sex worker and you might think this girl is beautiful. This girl done just sucked your soul out of you, fucked the shit out of you, and a lot of guys want to pursue a relationship with a sex worker. Now, just understand something, that you cannot remove a sex worker from her lifestyle if she's not ready for that. And I think a lot of men try to be like, I could take you out this life. But you have to understand too, we ain't leaving this life, and we ain't leaving this life for someone that ain't no millionaire. Now, if you a millionaire and you trying to come into our lives and really change our motherfucking life, I promise you, a lot of you might have a strong chance of getting that girl up off the streets. But if you ain't no millionaire and you just, you work a decent job and have a decent normalized life, But if you think that that's enough for your typical sex worker, it just might not be. It depends on what she wants. So you need to look into that sex worker and see, why is she even doing sex work in the first place? Because that's going to be major. Why is she in here to just take care of her kids? Like, is she doing this because she's trying to invest in a business? So you really need to find out what's going on with the girl. Some bitches, a lot of bitches is out here just high on drugs. Like, I don't know. But once you find out more about what she's doing it for, you can understand how to pivot and turn with her emotionally. Maybe if she don't want emotions right now, don't give her that, or don't show her that, yeah. So just understand that, most sex workers aren't seeking the relationship part. So don't scare us off when you start doing that extra ass shit that may be outside of what our comfort zone is, and just respect our boundaries and our emotional boundaries. So although us sex workers are here to cater to your needs for a compensation, we still need to be respected, okay? So stop coming at us so foul, especially if you're trying to see us for real. Stop coming at us crazy. We don't like that. This is not what we're used to in our life. We're used to top tier gentleman type guys. So yeah, I hope I gave you guys some tips and pointers for how you should come at a sex worker, because I know there's a lot of girls that be hoeing on the DL, or there's a lot of hoes that be on Instagram. And, you might think she's cute and you might actually want to pay her. But, you just got to come at her at a kind of direct way, but not sexually, not vulgarly. Just ask her if she's available. What are your rates? Or, what's your number? Where's the link to your ad? Whatever it is, right? And always remember, you cannot force a sex worker to leave sex work unless she's ready to. Okay? So stop trying to save a girl and pull her out the lifestyle. She ain't gonna leave this lifestyle until she's ready to leave this lifestyle, okay? Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this realness. I'll catch y'all on the next parlay.